Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing great. I am awesome and blessed. The Lord is good. Success is my portion. I want to talk to you briefly on a matter I've observed for a very long time. I notice that a lot of people don't know their legal rights, especially insofar as things like being kicked out of your house for failing to pay rent, being auctioned, people grabbing your properties and stuff like that. Let me start by talking about rent. It is within your constitutional rights in any part of the world to have shelter. And even if you fail to pay your rent, there are procedures that must be followed before one can evict you. An eviction is actually a legal process. So whether you're a Christian or not, you need to know this right. You need to know that nobody has authority to throw you out of a house for failing to pay rent. The only time they can throw you out is after they've gone to the rent tribunal and a hearing has been done and you've been found either to be a nuisance or it's been established that you really need to pay the rent or vacate. Of course, that will be based on your lease document. You need to sign the lease document. I think it's called a lease document or something of that sort before you get into somebody's house. But a landlord or whoever it is that's responsible for collecting your rent must go to the tribunal first before they can evict you. In fact, you actually need a court order for you to be evicted from any place. So if somebody just comes and locks your house or throws you out and throws your things out, they're committing a crime. And if you make a report, such a person can actually be arrested. It's a criminal offense to deny somebody shelter or to evict somebody without court order, without legal orders. Now, let me go to auctioneering. Before an auctioneer comes to auction your property because you have maybe failed to meet your obligations, your financial obligations, they also must go to court and there must be a hearing so that the whole thing is just and fair. It's only after going to court that the court can give an order for somebody to be auctioned or for property to be auctioned. Nobody is allowed to just walk into your premises or into your house or into your office and then decide to attach things without a legal court order that has been extracted legally after a court hearing. So you need to know those rights. A lot of people who auction or who throw people out of their houses understand very well that you're ignorant of your rights. All you need to do is just use AI and type my legal rights as a tenant or my legal right as a person who is in debt. Whether you're in debt or not, you still have certain fundamental rights that must be upheld, even if somebody is agitating for whatever you owe them, or even if your landlord is distressing for rent. You could be in rent arrears, but you still have rights. So please study them. One of these fine days, I'll enumerate all these rights because I notice that a lot of Christians, other than singing and praising the Lord and praying and fasting, don't seem to know anything more. Listen, the Spirit of God given to us is called the Spirit of knowledge. It's also the Spirit of wisdom. It's also the Spirit of understanding. It's also the Spirit of counsel. You see, that means you need to be handling the affairs of your life wisely, under good counsel. You need to be strategic in life. Otherwise, people will walk all over you. And don't think like most Christians do, that you ought to be weak and beggarly and timid to show that you're humble. No, you stand your ground whenever you feel like your rights are being infringed upon. Paul did exactly that. When he thought that the Pharisees were infringing upon his rights, he said, I appeal to Caesar. And he went to Caesar. He appealed. He used his legal rights and his knowledge of law to protect his interests. So you need to do the very same thing. Okay? I'll give you more details in subsequent videos. Till next time, I'm out. Bye bye.